Hi, this is DOSBox Mom.
Hello.
And Lost in Blue, and welcome.
And we are the victors!
In this battle against a Death's Host patrol in Tunnels and Trolls.
Woo!
Yeah, Lost in Blue had some very good tactical advice. Like resting until day and not having Yoda plunge forward blindly against masked foes.
I shall inspire you all by charging blindly on. No, that gets you killed.
Yeah.
Does this look good enough, or do you want some more time?
That'll do.
Alright.
Yes, Lost in Blue nuked me some leftovers for lunch.
I'm making you leftover oriental.
Okay, so let's save that. And then let's rest. And I think we'll rest again until morning. Well, maybe we can move now. But we will save before we move. Okay. Now, I don't know, we've been crisscrossing.
Small fork okay, or do you want a large one?
I would prefer a large one.
Right. Or, wait, why would you want chopsticks? You need to be fully oriental.
I'm not.
No!
Okay. Well, basically we followed the south edge of the escarpment to get there, and we didn't find the place with the Zombies Bane Talisman, so we'll try
Fork.
crisscrossing.
Not chopsticks, Peter. And here's your iced tea.
Okay.
And this is the leftover iced tea.
Okay, you can put the leftover iced tea on the counter.
Alright. And I get to eat more of my chicken soup.
Okay, I'm going to pause this while we deal with this Death's Host patrol. You know
we
what?
don't have an entire episode full of us failing again.
Yeah. So, just a minute, guys. We'll be right back. And we're back. We crisscrossed the northern section of the Kazan Pass area south of the escarpment, and we finally got to this spot. You come across a place in the road where it turns west. You note that in this place the road has been trampled by many feet and hooves of horses. It looks as if a small army has marched from the west, turned off the road onto a path leading east, then returned back down the path and returned to the west. A faint wisp of smoke drifts in the far eastern sky. You can continue to follow the road west or strike off into the forest due east and investigate the smoke to the east. So let's save this so we can get back to this if we need to. And follow that path. You have been following an obvious trail of broken cloth. Occasionally you find a bit of torn cloth snagged in a bush or low tree limb. There is also ample blood spoor. The forest opens up into a large clearing. Once a large grassy meadow, it has been trampled into mud, spotted with reddish pools. You recognize it for what it is, a battlefield. A recent one at that. But unlike any other battlefields you've ever seen, there is not a single body in existence. Across the battle-churned expanse, you can see another break in the forest leading east. So let's save. And keep moving east. The forest opens up into a sparsely treed clearing. It becomes rapidly apparent what the clearing was used for when you come across the first toppled headstone and empty grave. Soon you have counted over 100 empty graves. All of them were relatively recent burials within the last year or so. The trail leaves the graveyard and turns north. You can smell smoke. So maybe we were going over the right spot, but we just didn't pick up the trail of clues in the right spot, which is why we weren't finding it before. So, save again. So we're going to go north now. The forest gives way to a small patch of plowed field, and in the distance a farmhouse. It becomes evident where the smell of smoke is coming from. The barn next to the farmhouse is burned down. A swath of churned soil arrows straight across the field toward the farmhouse. You approach the farmhouse cautiously. You survey it in silence. Its door has been torn from its frame and parts of one wall have been battered in. There is what appears to be dried blood on the porch. Into the silence comes a muffled sound. You listen closely. It sounds like someone moaning. Do you enter the house? Yes. You enter the house and hear the moaning coming from a room in the back. The moaning stops abruptly. As you enter the room, discover a young man, badly wounded, regarding you with pain-filled eyes. He tries to stand, but slumps back down against the wall. You move to help him, but he waves you away. He tells you he doesn't have much time and has to warn you. He begins to tell you a terrifying tale. How the wizard Marionarsis arrived with many men surrounding the farmhouse and demanding that they all join his cause. The recapture of the castle Overkill, which had been taken from him by the minions of the death goddess. When the young man's father had refused, the soldiers had battered their way into the farmhouse, slaying the young man's father, mother, and 2 sisters. Then, the most horrible event of all, at the wizard's command, the slain family had risen from the dead.
So it's sort of like you'll join my army one way or the other.
Yeah. Zombies all, they had followed the wizard back to the west. You ask him why he was so fortunate as to escape the fate of the rest of the family. He tells you he wasn't. Mortally wounded, he managed to crawl out the back and into the forest, where he crawled to a secret place known only to him. He gazes at you sadly. I was protected from becoming one of the undead by an old talisman I found when I was a boy, he tells you. You'll need the talisman to avenge me. You'll find my body there, he points to the north, close to a small meadow. Look for one who has fallen. Then a wind sweeps into the room and the boy's image tatters, fades, and is blown away.
Aww.
You may leave this place and go back to the road, or go north and search for the young man's remains. Well, let's
Go find his remains.
Yeah, let's save. And we're going to go north. You come to a small meadow. You notice that a large tree has collapsed along one side of the meadow. In investigating it, you discover that it's hollow. Inside is the body of a young man. With much effort, you pull the body from the log. A talisman on a necklace hangs around the body's neck. Do you take that? That's probably the one he was talking about. So, yeah, we'll take it. And that's the Zombies Bane Talisman. And I looked up in the clue book. It says only a wizard can use this. So we're going to give this to Arwen. And I'm going to try equipping it. Oh. Okay. You can't. Okay, it's a. You have to equip it like a weapon. So let's unequip the lantern and equip the Zombies Bane Talisman. The instant you remove the talisman, the body stirs and rolls to its feet. A look of confusion comes over the zombie's face for a moment, then suddenly enraged, it attacks. Oh, so now we have to fight the young man who's a zombie. Okay. Let's see. Got a night. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's block. Okay. Let's see. You use Zombies Bane Talisman, zombie goes down. But notice how much Arwen's strength went down.
Holy crap. Alright.
So it's probably not worth using on just one zombie, but against Marionarsis' army. Yeah. So we'll save. And now I think we better rest. Just a minute, please. White. Remember, the chocolates go on them after they're baked.
I know.
Okay.
These are the ones I'm using for after.
Oh, dark on top of the cookies.
No. I already picked out the ones for the cookies. I was asking, do you want a dark or white one to eat?
Ooh, I would like a white one, please.
Okay. White's pretty good. I tried them.
Okay.
It also looks psychedelic. Seriously, open it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Saving.
But yeah, I only need 18 because I'm going to be chopping them in half. Okay.
Ah.
Oh, you're still recording. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well,
Now we need to get back to Castle Overkill.
I love that castle's name. It's supposed to be the most awesome.
I think if we stay on the road, we might be less likely to run into Death Host patrols.
You'd think it'd be opposite. So
Uh-huh.
if you stay on the road, you'd be more.
Okay. I'm gonna save again. Okay, so now we're back at Castle Overkill, and you heard this in the last episode, or 2 ago, whatever. So, General Shang's inside, and here's Marionarsis and his zombies.
Zombies!
Oh my! It's the white chocolate Lost in Blue gave me. Has very Christmassy colored sprinkles inside.
Told you it was psychedelic.
And Marionarsis tells us, you will serve me one way or another.
Never!
Okay, let's try accepting the mission. Okay, it's just 1/2 orc.
Death to the 1/2 orc! So what are we doing?
We are accepting Marionarsis' offer we can't refuse. And we're having another go at Castle Overkill.
So I'm guessing after we defeat the defenders of Castle Overkill, we're killing the zombie army, right?
Eventually.
Because trust me, I read a book about a person who captured stuff with an army of zombies, and that did not end well.
Yeah. Of course, we gotta find Castle Overkill in the clue book. Here we go. So, let's go south, and then we go west, I think. And we'll save this in a different save position. Okay. Lost in Blue, I don't think you saw this when I was doing it the first time. So, we're looking into the throne room.
It's very pink and green.
Yeah, green and brown, whatever.
Whatever.
And there's a throne at the north end of the room. And there's mirrors on either side of the throne.
Why would there be mirrors?
And then there's two big guards commanding the main entry at the south end of the room. You'll find out why the mirrors are there in just a minute. Then at the center of the room is an enormous barbarian chieftain conferring with 3 of his lieutenants over a large map.
So the mirrors are so that the chieftain can look himself as beautiful visage whenever he feels like it.
Not quite. And of course the chieftain would be General Shang.
Yay! I don't know how that's significant, but yay!
Okay, now we advance one more square. You find yourself standing behind a large set of tapestries. You find a break between 2 of the tapestries and sneak a peek. You notice that you are directly across from Shang and his lieutenants. There are no guards between you and Shang. You could ambush the 4 with very little trouble, do you? Hey, yeah. You burst from behind the tapestries and are upon Shang and his lieutenants. They barely have time to draw their weapons and fall back before your onslaught. Okay. So now we're going to try to... The swordsman would be Shang, and the half-orcs would be his lieutenants. Okay, so we took out Shang. And we're going to shoot that half-orc. And then we're going to cast Oh Go Away. And Oh Go Away works just fine on the half-orcs.
Yay!
As Shang breathes his last, there's a commotion from outside the throne room. Zombies burst into the room and begin slaughtering all within.
So we have to fight with the half-orcs now?
Now we have to fight the zombies. But there's just 2 of them.
Kill the zombies!
Yeah, I think this battle we might try to do without the Zombies Bane Talisman, because we are not going to have a chance to rest before the crazy wizard comes in.
With his monster army?
Yeah. Okay, sounds like the oven's preheated, Lost in Blue.
No, it's my dog. Our dog is preheated.
And our dog is growling.
Now she's purring.
I'm sure our dog could explain the difference between purring and growling. Okay. And to spare Arwen's strength, we're going to just use Oh Go Away for now. Actually, it does.
That makes no sense. The zombies shouldn't be able to get scared.
You'd think so, but As the last of the half-orcs falls beneath the zombie onslaught, the necromancer Marionarsis strides into the throne room, his purple robe swirling around him. The zombies fall back away from you as Marionarsis approaches. He kicks the fallen form of Shang disdainfully. So, he cackles, you've slain the barbarian pig. Such a valuable service must not go unrewarded. Tarry here and I'll return with gold. So he walks over to the mirror to the right of the throne, without breaking stride, passes through its plane and disappears. Short time passes when suddenly there's a disturbance behind the tapestries on the east wall. The tapestries are jerked aside, and Marionarsis staggers into the room. In his left hand, he clutches a crystal skull. He's making odd gibbering noises. He catches sight of you and points at you accusingly. His face goes through a number of contortions, and when he finally speaks, the voice is not his own. Lost in Blue, I think your voice is in better shape than mine. Could you come over here? Basically, Marionarsis has been possessed by Leotra, the Death Empress. So you need a feminine voice for this.
Fools!
He shouts in a strangely feminine voice.
You have inconvenienced me greatly with the death of General Shang. You shall pay dearly.
The zombies about you stir. The main entrance is blocked by zombies, but there is a clear path to the mirror, through which Marionarsis passed. Do you make a dash for the mirror, or attack Marionarsis?
Attack!
Yeah, we'll try that. If that doesn't work, then we'll
Run.
try this again.
He went in the mirror and he came out with a crystal skull which possessed him, so I don't think that's very good.
And I know we are going to need that crystal skull to complete the game.
Yes, so we can summon the aliens.
Right.
Excuse me.
Now. Okay, we need to take out Marionarsis quickly before he can cast nasty spells on us. Good! Magnus did it! Okay. Uh-oh. We've got Fellowship of the Ring running in the next room, and Gimli just said a bad word in. You know, basically he knows how to cuss in Elvish, and that's about it.
Well, isn't that why anyone learns a foreign language, just so they can swear in it?
Uh-huh. Okay, now going to have her use the Zombies Bane Talisman. And zombies start going down. And there's just one zombie left. Which really beats having the crap beaten out of us. And we won! I'm shocked. So we got the Crystal Skull, the Wizard's Wand, and the Robes of Marionarsis. Okay, if we don't have enough room for all of this, we might give some more arrows to Sinead. Okay. And let's give those other arrows to Sinead and take the Crystal Skull. A group of human warriors wearing the colors of Marionarsis burst into the room. The leader of the group, a large man with flaming red hair by the name of Rex Swordmaster, strides over to the still form of Marionarsis and prods it with the toe of his boot. A visible look of relief passes over his face, and he grins at you. You seem to have saved us the trouble of killing this madman, he tells you. After giving a number of terse orders concerning the security of the castle, Rex turns his attention back to you. He thanks you again for the great service you've rendered. He explains that they have no treasure to reward you, but he tells you there's a minor treasure room on this level of the castle. He gestures toward the large mirror to the right of the throne and tells you it's in reality a secret entrance to the part of the castle rumored to contain the treasure room. He wishes you the best of luck, then turns and strides out of the throne room. So I think we should save the game at this point. Separate save position from what we used outside. And we will try to find that treasure room in the next episode. See you then.